So in today's video, I am going to be explaining my sans AU. As you see, I got a new kind of VTuber. This one has more mechanics like this one, and I can actually blink my eyes rather than blink by themselves, and my mouth moves now by itself. Anyways, so I'm just gonna be explaining my sans head canons and stuff like that. We're gonna start with, I'd say, Dream. We'll start with the star sans first. Dream in my AU, he's nice, but he's also a sassy motherfucker, and that annoys Nightmare a lot. And he's mostly sassy to Nightmare. He likes back-talking Nightmare most of the time. But he can also be very nice when he wants to be. He is also, in my main AU, he is with Cross. As a multi-ship, I have different AUs with it, in like where they they date other people, apparently. I don't know. Look, this is just my main one. They hate but also like Ink. They hate how Ink acts, but they also enjoy that company. They also hate when Blue makes anything because they suck at cooking. Dream, in my head canon, he isn't as childish as he was in the past, but he still kinda is. I think that's basically the important bits about my Dream. He still has nightmares from the Apple incident, and he doesn't really, this is the aggressive bit, he doesn't really see Nightmare as the brother he used to know, or the sister he used to know. And he just thinks Nightmare is a corrupted skeleton and wants to uncorrupt them. Well, next we'll do Blue. Blue, as I said before, not a good cook. He loves animals. I'm trying to take this from the Yandere Blue or Yonbi Blue, if you guys know what that is. He doesn't like people getting too close to Dust. He gets jealous over that. And he doesn't like when Dust ignores him or doesn't give him attention. They're also in a secret relationship when the two groups are still fighting. Same with Dream and Cross. Oh, Dust, I'll get to Dust in a minute. Fuck. Blue knows about Dream and Cross, but they both refuse to tell Ink. We'll get to that in a minute. Blue, can be childish at some points, but very serious others. This was kind of inspired by Mitsui from Demon Slayers, how she's always cheerful and all, but when it comes to saying demons, she's just dead on serious. It kind of inspired by that. Ink. In my headcanon, Cross and Ink are siblings. And because Ink said before that if Cross ever starts dating someone, they're gonna start interrogating that person. So Blue and Dream won't tell him. So Dream can compare. I can't speak English. So Dream can fuck, I forgot how to say the word. Prepare himself. There we go. Prepare himself for that. But Ink's not actually gonna do that. Ink is also terrible at cooking. Like that Oyobos thing, though Cross and Ink would be related to Reaper. Ink is secretly in my headcanon engaged to Era. Also, I forgot to mention, in my headcanon, Dream is also kinda femboyish. He's also a boy and gay. Blue is pan and a guy. Ink is a guy and bisexual. What you call it? Do I have any more for Ink? He hates kids. That's the one thing I've thought of. He hates kids. I know there's another one that I had put. Oh, he purposely brings a owl to the house, like once every month. He like rents out an owl just to traumatize or scare Dream. Apparently, it's canon that Dream is scared of owls. So I'm just gonna fit it in. Or when in battle, he will play a dying phone recording just to irritate Nightmare. Dream hates when he does that because it just makes more pissed and aggressive in battle. And Dream's the only one that fights against Nightmare in my headcanon. Because, it would make sense. Dream's the only one that can defeat him. I didn't realize I could do that. Now I just look insane. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Oh, Jesus. Oh, now we'll move on to the bad signs. Yay! In my main AU, Nightmare is with Killer, but it's not like a toxic Killer male, but it's also not fluff Killer male. It's kind of in the middle. Like, I don't know how to explain it. God help me. But my headcanons for Nightmare is that because they're made of goop, they can shapeshift. So they sometimes shapeshift from like the two different genders, boy and female. And because of that, they're gender fluid and use any pronouns. And what you call it? They're also pansexual. So Killer is just a bi bitch. Oh fuck! I moved on. Anyways, we'll get to Killer in a minute. Fuck. Nightmare also has nightmares from the incident, but they're not as. They're worse. They're kind of like worse than Dream, since he experienced the pain. He says he hates Dream, but then he'll also, if Dream's in trouble, he will help him. He also acts like he doesn't care, but he does care that Dream doesn't see him as his own person. So she just tries to avoid herself from him. Nightmare hates Ink. bottom of their gut, they hate ink. Nightmare also knows that ink is their error. That's also one of the reasons. In my headcanon, Nightmare and Arrow are besties. Also, Nightmare treats horror as a child, because we'll get to that in a second. Yay! Nightmare sometimes can act like a kid, because I think it would make sense considering that it all happened when they were 6 and they never really got to grow up, so it just kind of makes sense. So there's that, but it doesn't happen often. It's like the rare moment where they'll show like genuine curiosity or amazement about something so small that won't amaze like an actual adult. Also, for both Dream and Nightmare, I forgot to put out, Dream was the so-called golden child, but from Nightmare's perspective, but the mother was a asshole. Fuck you, Nim. Asshole to both of them. And the villagers who would bully and torment Nightmare would also, manipulate and, like, trick Dream into helping them. So basically he was used. And after the whole, after the whole incident, Nightmare still believes Dream was the golden child. And Dream believes that Nightmare had a great life and that they did it out of, selfishness and to show that they're better than everyone. You know? The usual. My last headcanon for Nightmare is that they're kind of just goth in a way. I think it would just fit since they are just a group. And they also love their group. They don't like when they turn back because they got so used to the group they actually like the group. Oh, and the goop, in my headcanon for Nightmare, the goop actually keeps them warm in the winter. Nightmare also hates the winter, in my headcanon, so like, that's why he likes the goop so much. Now we move on to Killer. As I said before, bisexual. He just goes by they, them. I don't have a really good reason for it. It just kind of felt right for like my killer. Yeah, I don't know. Please don't hate on that. Another headcanon for mine. Killer. Killer has nightmares about killing his brother. And has nightmares about everyone turning against them. Hence, you would have saw in the ship edit I posted that Dream and Cross were talking shit about them. In my headcanon, Dream and Killer are like kind of friends in a way. So like they're kind of like, I think they would get in my headcanon they would actually get along great. So they're friends in a way. And Killer sees Cross as like a brother figure. So like that's why they were there and not like Horror and Dust, who would make more sense. Or like his papyrus or something. Killer in my head doesn't really care that night. Oh yeah, another thing for Nightmare. They are emotionless to some extent. they're able to still kind of feel, but not much. And that's because this is actually inspired. Fuck. If I can find what inspired this, I'll put it at the end of the video, and you can see what inspired it. But like, in one of the battles, I think some of you will know this because the video is mostly popular. There's creators. In one of the battles, Ink thought it'd be a great idea to throw one of his like vials at Nightmare, like a few of them at Nightmare, which caused him to go above, to have too many emotions at the same time, which caused him to be able to feel a little bit. That's how my killer male works. He is emotionless to a certain extent, but she can feel like a tiny little bit. Okay, I don't know if this is making sense. If you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments. I'll just answer them in like my Q&A or something. Actually, speaking of Q&A, I will be doing one. Probably a Google Meet or just a video, whatever you guys prefer. And also, yeah, let's just get back to the video. So like basically, it was just that's the wrong thing. Yeah, just a thumbs up, guys. I don't really know what I'm doing here, so just bear with me, okay? I got these like functions and I don't know what they do. Like, I got one for the headphones, like to take them off or to change them. And then with my hair, I got like 3 other styles. My clothes, they're quite plain. It's just a skirt and like a little thing. But like, as you can see, I got many fidgets. This is what I got with one of my trades. Someone made this VTuber in a trade for something. So, yay. Anyways, back to the video. What you call it? Also, I'll be linking the person down below who made this. Thank you very much. Obviously, it won't be a link because apparently I can't link stuff on it. Anyways, let me just set this up properly. Oh wow. Oh, that's worse than I thought. Okay, anyways. So, who the fuck were we on again? Yeah, Killer, we're talking about Killer May have canons. They can, because too much positivity also hurts them. I fit it into it. They can feel a certain extent, but they can't feel above, like the bare minimum. And in my head canon, Killer's okay with that. Because, psychopath! And just lets it go. They are most of the time. Well, nearly all the time. Basically, all the time. Rare moment where they show that bare minimum of emotion. And also in my head canon, Killer likes to sneak into Nightmare's room and just hug them when they're sleeping. Yeah. I don't know why. I like the idea of him just like walking in and then just like going, okay, I'll hug you now. Like, you can't be doing that. Like, that's the one thing you cannot be doing. Like, man. But he's also a psychopath, so it fits. And these eyes make me look like one too. Oh, remember that like model face? Like, smile, open your eyes wide, and stop smiling, and that's your model face. I remember that trend. Anyways. So, I can't get over the tongue feature, I'm sorry. Anyways, so back to the main thing, Killer. As I said before, he's a psychopath. He also kills for fun, even off missions. Because why not? Let the psychopath run free! He also goes to jail sometimes. And Nightmare has to break him out. Because why not? He also has... Okay, so this is going to fit in with, like, Toxic Soundmare. But he also had, like, he doesn't like sound at all. Because how they act. But he doesn't know about the toxic band. So, he just hates sound for being too close to Nightmare. Okay, so basically, my main thing has, like, Soundmare children in it. He also, tries to, like, get along with Sunny, Nightfall, Dawn, and Red Moon. But he doesn't push them, in a way. He distances himself and waits for them to come up to him. I just realized my headphones are in my head. Oh, fuck. And they're not even on my ears. What is this? I'm getting sidetracked. Fuck. It's back to Killer. Killer also sees Horror and Dust as also brothers and sisters. We'll get into that in a minute. And I think that's all my headcanons. He also has a pet cat, which he hides. Because he knows Nightmare doesn't like cats. And I'm pretty sure if I remember, he's either allergic or scared of cats. Either way, he hides the cat because he knows Nightmare doesn't like them. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I think that's all for Killer. On to Dusty. Dust in my AU is female. She is dating Blue. As I said before, Blue section, they're secretly dating. Dust and Cross know that that each other's dating someone from Star Sands, so they help cover for each other in exchange for the other person doing their chores or like paying them or stuff like that. They ain't gonna do it for free. Dust also sees like Killer, Horror, and Cross kind of as like siblings. That's why Dust likes to like sometimes just be on their own. Like they'll sit in the room in like the pitch black and just humming to themselves at like night, which sometimes scares the others. Not Nightmare, obviously, but like would scare Horror mostly. So yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Dust, I feel like would have like a pet snake, so like they have a pet snake. It just feels right, honestly. does sometimes helps Hawa with gardening and all that. I don't have much to say about Dusk because I haven't really finished their headcanons. So we'll just go on to Hawa. Hawa is like the child of the group. They can be extremely childish and forgetful, but when it comes to missions and stuff, they can be serious to a certain extent. Like, also inspired by Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. But like not full extent, like the kind of sensitive bit. But turned out to childish. Hawa helps farm like garden and then sometimes brings farm over to help in his own garden. They kind of Hawa has like a greenhouse that he gardens food, that grows food and flowers in for funsies. Hawa and Farm like each other, but in a way, Farm is scared to even get remotely any relations with the Bad Sans, considering their reputation, which Hawa understands. And this is where Hawa tries to asks for a truce, but Hole Below, Nightmare says, nuh-uh. So that begins, then that transitions to like a whole drama thing. And then they get the truce. But then someone fucks it up. Then they're back at war. And then they get it again. And then Dream fucks it up. I'm not going to get too deep into that because that's going to be like a whole series, but you know. What else? Hawa likes playing / braiding Dust's hair. He just likes the feel of it. I think that's all for he likes plushies. In my headcanon, in his bedroom, he just has this giant bear in the corner of his room that he makes watch the door because he believes the teddy will warn him if somebody is coming or not. Sweet child. Believes too much. I think that's all for Hawa. Era now. Adult also female. I'm trying to divide my sons are used between the two, but she Era uses datem, so yeah, they are just at the moment straight, so yeah, straight ally. What you call it? Era also is in a love-hate relationship with Ink. I'm sorry. They're going through the different characters and saying the different pronouns. Sorry. They also hate how Ink acts, and they try talking to Ink, but Ink pushes them off. or like brushes them off, which they hate, which actually leads to like the call off, the engagement, and then there's a whole nother thing. It's confusing. But that's in a different area, so we all get into that. Okay, what else? It will end Nightmare. I forgot to put this in Nightmare. Love drinking coffee. That's it. Just coffee. Black coffee. Anyways, continue. Era likes to tease and mess with Nightmare. They sometimes play pranks and then act serious, so Nightmare doesn't actually think it's them. But Nightmare knows it's them, but just plays along. And then gets in the back by hiding their stuff and then they're going insane. In my head canon, Ewa does have a room in the Bad Sands base / Nightmare's castle, but they mostly spend their time in their anti-void because they like the peace and quiet, and they like how peaceful it is and like being alone, and they have like sense of hearing, so the loud noises don't help. Nightmare, I forgot to mention, Nightmare in my AU doesn't like anyone asking about their past or asking about like their family, except for like Dream. Okay, that's all. And then back to my last headcanon for them is that they, how do I say this? I don't know how to explain this. Fuck. Okay, wait. They're also besties with Blue. Bluey. But anyways, let me continue. They also, fuck, how do I explain this? Okay, I don't know how to explain it. Man, that's creepy. I didn't know it resorted to its place like that. Okay, anyways. They like to tear the heads off like dolls and teddies and all that, just to annoy people. They have a teddy / doll head collection. I just think it'd be fitting with like the souls and all that they have in the anti-void. Anyways, now on to the headcanons for both all the girls, including they also include Dream into this. All the girls plus Dream have a group. This is after the truce. They make a group, a friend group, and when a boy pisses them off, they sacrifice them to Satan and then take his soul and feed it to the gods. Actually, no. They just talk shit about everyone. Just everyone. Mostly the guys. Dream's in it because, like, he's a bottom and gay. So, yeah. Anyways, they're hot. Obviously the boys don't know. The other boys the other boys don't know and just go along with it. And they'll never know. I think that's all the canons. I can't. Okay. Sorry, I'm tired. My sleep schedule is fucked. It is true. The roof. But anyways. Which kind of... Let me think. Oh. Oh shit. One second, guys. Okay, anyways. I just got a warning from one of my servers. Not one of my servers, but like one of the Discord servers I'm in. They gave me a warning because I accidentally did commands in the not command place. Which I'll be completely honest with you, I can't find the command place. So they might need to fix that. Anyways, I think that's all my headcanons. I can't think of any more. So, oh yeah, I got one. I've just remembered one for dreaming like me. They are 105, 103, like people say they are. But because I feel uncomfortable with crossing or dating people that age, I decided to do it in Dear AU, the 103. But in the other AUs, they would be considered 25 or something. Just because I really just don't feel comfortable with that. So I hope that's okay with all yous. I might do a video on my actual my actual Sans AU. If you guys actually want to see my my own Sans AU, you can find it on my Tumblr. One second. Alright, you can find it on my Tumblr, a Sunny Moon sibling. That's explained later. But my Sanzeu is called Faxrafel. It's basically a Sanzeu. It's inspired. It's not exactly similar to Dream Tale, but it's inspired. It's mostly how do I explain this? It's inspired, but how do I explain this? It's inspired, but I made sure that you can clearly tell it's not the same, and that it was inspired. It has two brothers and a mean mother, but like it's different because the kind one does something that leads the whole AU to be exploded and disintegrated into an abandoned AU, and there's nothing there, just a void. I think it was again. All I know is that a motherfucker did something, and now the two brothers kind of hate each other. Oh fuck, that doesn't help my case, huh? You guys can check it out for yourself. I'll probably change the account name anyways to Bad Girl Halo 2, so if you can't find it, just look up Bad Girl Halo 2. I worked really hard on that Sanzeu, and there's a lot of facts about it. So, yeah. Anyways, that's the end of this video. This is almost an hour long, so I am going to end it now. It's at like 42 minutes. So, I'm going to see y'all in the next video, and I hope y'all enjoyed. If you have any questions for the Q&A, please ask. I'll do the Q&A as like a side video when you wait for the others. And heads up, it's the reaction video. My CapCut is glitching, and the video file is kind of corrupted. Like, don't worry, it's fixed now. But when I was overlaying, when I went back into the video, and I was looking at my overlay, because I noticed something wrong. They were green and black, like stripes all over them. Looked like a hazard thing. Went to check. Says the video wasn't there. I didn't delete the video. It was still there. It's like, but I got it under control now. I just had to re-download everything. But it's under control now. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video so this can reach others. And subscribe if you feel like it. I honestly don't care. If you like my content, then go for it. If you don't, then that's okay. It's called improving. And if you have any feedback on how I can improve, or for the haters, if you want to hate, go for it. You just help me. Anyways, bye.